Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Albany Cavalcade XL. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. Not in the snow, just regular. Though, will it off-road in the snow has ended. Even though at the time I'm recording this voiceover, it hasn't. There's still, what, one more to go? Yeah, like, soon. Though I need to reschedule that, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, it gets confusing. So, like, we recorded, 5-6 weeks of Will Off-Road in the Snow. I don't remember how many there were now. But the video you saw last week was recorded before all of those. That was recorded like the weekend the Chop Shop DLC came out. So it's been recorded and uploaded for weeks. And then, of course, the G-Fred that came out after all the Will It Off-Road was recorded like mid-January. So, and then this is coming out. I don't know. It all gets so confusing to me. Even though I've got it there on a schedule. And what's also confusing is why did the SUV just roll over on its side? And it's kind of a physics thing. It's a high center of gravity. And it's a lesson in, momentum. You've got momentum that was going forward, and then I turned, but the mass of the vehicle wants to continue going the direction that it was. And because it has a high center of gravity, it tipped, trying to continue going that direction. Yeah, physics. Aren't they great? But yeah, there's tons of stuff scheduled, tons of things that have been uploaded. I mean, I've got one video sitting here that's scheduled to go live March 25th, and the day is only February 5th that I'm doing this voiceover. This video should go live February 26th-ish, maybe, possibly. There may still be some Astroneer things that happen, so it may be the 28th today, whatever day it is. Happy end of February. It is a leap year, so you get an extra day. Enjoy it. Do something good with your leap day. You only get one of those every 4 years. Don't waste it. Just coincidence. I happened to look at the calendar and realize that's what it was. But the Cavalcade did fairly well up the mountain. I mean, when I set out to record today's video and somebody asked me, hey, what vehicles are we recording today? I looked, I'm like, you know what? Let's get some of the boring SUVs out of the way. And so I picked this and the next vehicle, forgetting that there are 5 SUVs in this DLC. So we're going to have a couple weeks of boring SUVs. But at least, what's happening in the top left and the top right can provide some extra entertainment while we're going on. Of course, for entertainment, I'm going to just give it a little too much of the beans here and completely overshoot. But we are up 2 minutes, 47 seconds. So, will it off-road? Yes. Also, Hobo denied you were not getting upstairs. So, out of 411 vehicles that we have tested as of this video, it is 114th, so not too terribly shabby. It actually turned in the exact same time as the Annus Remus. So, cool. However, the next one, I don't know, you really can consider this bragging rights. 1/4 of a second faster than the Rampant Rocket. Sure, okay, whatever. Things are happening. Donkey's rolled over once already. I don't know if you saw that on Raven's screen in the top right. And if I remember right, Hobo forgets which direction his car's wheels are supposed to point. Yeah, those go the other way, Hobo. Yeah, no, other way. Yeah, point those down. Anyway, in terms of SUVs, as of this vehicle, we've done 26. We will have done 27 at the end of the video. But right now, we've done 26, and this is 11th. It is 3/4 of a second slower than a Granger XL and 9/10 of a second faster than a Landstalker XL, which is weird. The XL newer versions of cars that have existed in the game for a long time are all right there together. And normally with video games, I would have been like, good job, developer. What great attention to detail. But considering the next vehicle that we're going to test, I I don't know. No, it's not attention to detail. It's just dumb luck that happened. It's coincidence. Rockstar is so siloed off from each other that, ooh, look at that save. That was pretty well done. I know it looked like that was really composed, but I was about to go out of control there and I saved it. But, you know, I guarantee you, like, you know, there's one dude modeling the car and he sends it over to somebody who's going to attach, you know, other things to it. And sometimes things don't line up. And we'll talk about those things a little bit more with the next vehicle, because somebody pointed something out to me today that now I can't ever unsee. In terms of Chop Shop, this is 4th out of 6 total that we have tested. 0.08 seconds slower than the Vapid Senior LE Cruiser, so it's marginally worse than a 20-year-old cop car. Let that sink in. And it is 2.17 seconds faster than the Vajero ZX convertible. And we are down, sideways, but down, 227. And we're going to speed up the footage here briefly because the other people were a little bit behind, but I want to see their jumps. I'm going to speed that up and slow it back down. And Raven might have flown a little too high. And how beautiful is it that in the top right we see as he died, his corpse got ran over, but then in the top left, his vehicle went flying over the guardrail. It was just beautiful all around. And then he fails to get off the freaking ramp, just bonks right off the edge of it. I didn't catch that in editing, and I didn't catch it. I've already done this voiceover twice. The first time, I was trying something new for noise removal, and it just did weird things. Every once in a while like that, you know, just kind of like cutting them out. I'm not sure what caused that. And then the second time, I forgot to press the record button. Professional YouTuber at work. So this is my 3rd time doing the voiceover. Yeah, good job, me. But yeah, I didn't catch it when I was editing, or the other 2 times that Raven just went bonk off of that at the very top. It was great, though. And hey, we would love to have you join us to take part in Will It Off-Road as well as other community events. Or even if you don't want to be part of the videos and you just want a cool place to hang out, join the Vainglorious Discord server. We have people from pretty much every platform who plays pretty much every type of game you can imagine. Plus, we have some IRL type related channels, meme channels, fixtures channels. You name it, we have it. And we would love to have you there. If you are a regular partaker in Will It Off-Road as far as watching it, then you may as well you're already part of the community. Make it official and join. Come hang out with us. We have people who play GTA quite a bit, as well as just, like I said, a ton of other games. And if you happen to own the game on the platform that we are playing for a community video or a community live stream, you can join. Primarily on PC right now. Some Switch games are in and more coming. And we've decided for GTA 6, since it's not coming out on PC right away, pretty much consensus is we're going to do PS5. So you'll be able to even join us for that stuff. But we are down for the damage descent, 1 minute to 54 seconds. So let's take a look at the damage on the Cavalcade. Most of the windows and all of the lights are missing. The front bumper, the hood, and the tailgate, I just left those up on the mountain. I didn't think I would need them down here. The doors won't close. There's significant body damage and severely bent wheels, especially on that front right one. We'll take a look at our support vehicles, all Albany's, all battered. And we'll take a shot from the back. They parked nice and close, so I can get an up-close shot. Donkey, don't point. It's rude. But that's going to bring us to our next vehicle, the Vapid Aleutian. And as it spins around, just look at the area on the right front headlight. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be turned on now or not. It should be still. Okay, the headlights are off, so they're completely off. But I don't know if you caught it when the spin around shot first started. The left has a daytime running headlight that lights up. The right has a daytime running headlight that is modeled. All of the parts are there. Sorry, I just bumped the microphone. You may have heard that. All of the parts are there. Like, you know, it has been made to exist within the game. But like I said earlier about, like, you know, the guy who models the game and sends it over to the guy who's like, okay, now I'm going to put lights where the lights need to go to make that part of it work. Yeah, they forgot a part. And worse is here, and we can see it on the back. You can kind of see, I can't point at it, but on the light bar, you can kind of see where the reverse lights would be, up high in the middle part of the light bar. And then you would expect the turn signals to be down on the side, surrounded by the brake light apparatus. That's how most modern vehicles work, except in this one, no. The reverse lights are down there in the turn signals, so those clear white lenses that are up there in the light bar are for what? Who knows? So we don't. Oh wow, I got her square in the spine. Since we don't have the ability to activate turn signals, though, NPCs do, and even in most DLC cars, like you can go on Project Homecoming 5M, stuff like that, where there's NPCs driving around and turning on their blinkers. You'll see even a lot of the newer vehicles still have functional blinkers. They're in the game, programmed in, and they work. Well, we just can't access them. Whatever. But yeah, now that it's been pointed out with the DRL and just other weird things, I can't unsee it. This is a pretty disappointing vehicle anyway. It has a massive amount of understeer. It wants to roll over, as you'll see up here at the top of the mountain in just a minute. It just was unpleasant to drive. However, we did have a very pleasant time hanging out and goofing off, and just the people behind me, I don't know why they're all having so much trouble keeping up today. I don't know if it's because it's been a couple weeks since we've done a lot of Willett Off-Road, or it was because it's Sunday afternoon, everybody being lazy. I don't know, but it seems like they're having a little bit of trouble keeping up there for a while, but they're catching back up. But you can hear all of our banter from Discord and see a lot of the stuff that gets cut out for just runtime and just continuity, and there's no need, like when we do the damage descent, to see us drive back up the mountain again, because we already did it once. All that stuff that gets cut from this public version of the video stays in a behind-the-scenes version. And then instead of this voiceover, you get to hear our Discord conversation, plus some other stuff that happens when we're recording, just us goofing off and shenanigans we get off up to. Not that we get off to that. Sorry, that'd be a whole different thing. Shenanigans we get up to, like this freaking truck not wanting to climb just this hill. Like, what is going on? Like, look, it just keeps rolling over. I hate it. I hate it. It's making me angry. But yeah, you can hear all that with a behind-the-scenes version of the video that is available to channel supporters only, and we will talk about that more in just a moment if ever we can get this freaking Aleutian up the side of this hill. This is usually one of the easier parts of Willett Off-Road, and this thing just screwed it up left and right. But we are finally up at the top. 3 minutes, 22 seconds. So, Willett Off-Road? I mean, it went ding, so I'm obligated to say yes. And Raven just went honk because his head hit the steering wheel from getting murdered. You know, it happens, though. So, performance real quick, because I just really don't want to talk about this guy that much more. 278 out of 411. It is 0.3 of a second slower than a Warner HKR, and 0.4 of a second faster than the Vapid Speedo. The upgraded Speedo, but still is a freaking van. In terms of SUVs, we've now tested 27, and I dropped my note card with all my stats on it. We have now tested 27. This was 25th. 0.9 of a second slower than a Contender, and 0.75 of a second faster than a Mesa. Nothing to be particularly proud of. In terms of chop shop, dead last, 33 seconds slower than the Vajero ZX. We've only tested 6 of the chop shop vehicles, though. I'm sure the drift cars are probably going to turn in pretty terrible times, which I think we're going to test some, maybe not all, but some of the drift cars. However, this is one of 2 vehicles. I forget what the other one was off the top of my head. But one of 2 that actually went faster up the mountain in the snow. And the reason that happens is because the vehicles are bad. But in the snow, you can't, your wheels spin, so you can't go as fast, so you can't surface those bad characteristics as easily. And so you wind up actually getting a better time in the snow by going slower. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you're able to go faster here, which leads to more just bad behavior from the vehicle, and it's frustrating. I don't like this thing. I mean, it's a good looking ish SUV, but I don't know. There's too many SUVs in this DLC, and it's so not special, and it's so unremarkable in every way, given what you pay for it and everything. I don't know. I bought it so that my Vapid SUV collection's complete. And I guess for that, I'm glad it's here, but otherwise, meh. But that behind-the-scenes video that I mentioned earlier is available to channel supporters. You need to be part of the Vainglorious Discord server and then have your respective service linked. One right here on YouTube. You become a channel member. Just click that join button. There are 3 different tiers. They mostly offer the... Actually, there's like 5 tiers, but the top 3 are the same thing. They mostly offer the same perks. Some get a little bit better perks than others. But the added bonus of being a YouTube member is you also get early access to 100% of my videos. Like I said, this will be uploaded and ready to go on February 6th, but it doesn't go live for 3 more weeks. And you could have watched it 3 weeks ago if you were a channel member. Second, you can be a Twitch subscriber, which over there on Twitch, your perk is you get channel emotes and all that great stuff, and no ads on Twitch. Third, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Vainglorious monthly pledge. Notice who didn't jump out of their car this time. And the fourth way that you can become a channel supporter is right on Discord itself by hitting up the server shop and becoming a server subscriber. You can also sponsor videos. I'll even put in here, this video brought to you by, unless you want to remain anonymous. You can also, if you want, sponsor a video and make that video ad-free for a certain length of time, or even for its lifetime, depending on your sponsorship level. So yeah, you can sponsor my videos. It's right there. Anybody can do it. I'm even willing to, take requests, that we can fulfill and do stuff. And I've had it up there for quite a while. So yeah, top speed challenge, or highest speed in a land vehicle challenge was going, and Hobo somehow did 300 miles an hour flying down the mountain. I don't get it. But whether you can support the channel or not, I appreciate that you're here watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video and leave a comment. Those comments and the likes really, I know you hear every YouTube say it, but it's engagement, and that boosts a video to have that like and that comment. And it causes it to get recommended more, and more people see it, then more people like it, and more people leave a comment, and then it gets seen by even more people, and that's how I make money, is through ads on YouTube and people watching things. So yes, you've done everything you can do by watching the video in its entirety, hitting the like button, and leaving a comment. If you want to support the channel financially as well through one of those ways I mentioned earlier, I greatly appreciate it. That is just going above and beyond. But thank you just for doing your part in just, like I said, watching, liking, and leaving a comment. This thing is absolutely getting battered, but we're down finally in the disappointment. 1 of 46. So let's take a look at the damage on this Vapid, whatever it's called. Most of the windows and all the lights are gone. The hood, the tailgate are missing. The passenger door was left open by the person who rode down. Rude. Other doors won't close. There's significant body damage. There's bent wheels. And I will never, for the rest of my life, be able to unsee that one DRL does not work. There's our support vehicles, even though one of them technically never went up or down the mountain. It's a weird orange. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But that's going to do it for this one off-road. As I mentioned, I greatly appreciate that you're here, that you watched. There's a bajillion things you could have watched on YouTube, but you chose to watch Raven shoot his own car with an up and atomizer, and I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.